Hey guys, I'm Toby, and welcome to Scooby Doo Monsters 2, Episode 6 recap of Scooby Doo, Where Are You? And the episode is called, What the Hex is Going On? Now, let's begin. The episode starts with the cut of the castle that's also in the intro of Scooby Doo, Where Are You? And a man walking towards it in a hypnotic trance. Then Scooby and the gang get in the picture to get to their friend's house. Once they get to their friend's house, they discover that it might not have been the best time to come and visit because strange things have been happening at the house. And they discover that I believe their uncle went missing, and it turns out he was turned really old by none other than Elias Kingston's ghost, which I believe is their neighbor's house. And the ghost claimed that he wanted all the treasure of this family. They soon discover that the old man has disappeared, which is why Scooby Doo was doing I believe it's a trombone. So they go back to the Haunted Mansion. And meanwhile, their friend was kidnapped. I don't believe it showed them actually getting kidnapped. But Shaggy gets into mischief. And I'd like to point out the shower scene is also in the beginning of the Scooby Doo intro. Hijink ensues with Scooby and their dog. And they eventually meet back up again to look for clues. Shaggy says he finds a clue as he points behind him where the ghost shows up for the first time in the episode for all of them to see. Scooby-Doo makes a run for it, hides in a closet, and has a out for lunch sign. Well, out to lunch sign. The ghost gives them the warning to give them all the treasure, and they are shocked to see the ghost. Turns out Scooby-Doo was eating in the closet, and Shaggy's jealous that he wasn't invited to eat with him. They eventually follow the ghost to a cemetery, and Fred decides to look for fingerprints, and fingerprints show up, which proves that this is not a real ghost. Fred tries to persuade Scooby-Doo to go inside the haunted building with Scooby snacks, but Shaggy takes them, says Scooby-Dooby-Doo, and Scooby is ticked off. They go inside anyways, and they discover a book, which gives them their next clue. After that, they discover that they're locked in the room, which is not good, obviously. And they try to look for hidden passageways to get out, and Scooby finds them, hijink ensues, and they discover a hidden room, and they go to a crystal ball shop for their next clue. After Scooby was done pretending to be a crystal ball reader, they discover that the table is levitating and the ghost is in the crystal ball. They chase Scooby and the gang, but Scooby gets hit by the table and crashes and burns. But that's okay because Scooby's fine, and they find two other clues, a TV camera and makeup, which eventually leads them to their plan to trap the ghost. Shaggy once again gets spooked by the ghost, and they give them the treasure, which turns out to be a fake, and they make a run for it, as you can see. And they trap the ghost in a net, as you can see right here. They wipe off the makeup to reveal that it was their family member the whole time. It turns out he wasn't turned old. He just pretended to so he can get the fortune for himself by scaring everyone else off. And it turns out Scooby-Doo ate the meal of why they were dropping by in the first place. And yeah, that is the whole episode. I hope you enjoyed this recap, and if you did, you know what to do. And I would also like to point out that the haunted castle is in the intro.